You know that feeling when someone posts something on social media that says way more than words ever could. That's exactly what happened this Halloween when Travis Kelce's ex, Kayla Nicole, set the internet on fire with her costume choice, and especially her song. While most people were showing off their Halloween looks, Kayla turned hers into a statement. Dressed as R&B legend Toni Braxton, she didn't just look iconic, she sounded it too, using Braxton's hit "He Wasn't Man Enough" as the soundtrack, and instantly everyone started connecting the dots. Was this a subtle message aimed at her ex-boyfriend, the Kansas City Chiefs star, who's now famously engaged to Taylor Swift? The internet sure thought so. Within hours, comments poured in, fans dissecting every lyric, every pose, every beat of the video she posted on October 31st. Kayla posted the video on Instagram, captioning it simply, "She's an icon, she's a legend." And while she was clearly paying tribute to Toni Braxton, fans couldn't ignore the timing or the message behind that song choice. Because let's be real, "He Wasn't Man Enough" that's not just any track. It's a song about a woman calling out a man who didn't measure up and letting his new partner know exactly what went down. And with Travis Kelce's whirlwind romance with Taylor Swift dominating headlines for months, people instantly started connecting the dots. Was Kayla shading her ex? Was this a quiet clapback dressed up as Halloween fun? Whatever the case, the internet was living for it. Comments flooded in, some cheering her on for her confidence, others reading between the lines like it was a secret message from an ex who still had something to say. For context, Kayla Nicole and Travis Kelce dated on and off for about 5 years, starting in 2017. Their relationship was public yet private, filled with red carpet moments, game day appearances, and glimpses of love shared across social media. But by 2022, it was over. Neither side spilled all the details, but fans speculated for months about what caused the split. And then came the bombshell: Travis and Taylor Swift. The NFL star's new relationship quickly became the talk of the entertainment world. Every move they made went viral, from stadium appearances to sweet gestures during games. So when Kayla dropped her Toni Braxton-inspired Halloween post, it wasn't just a costume anymore. It felt like a statement, a reminder that she's still in control of her own story, even when the headlines move on. Now, let's be clear, Kayla Nicole hasn't directly commented on Travis and Taylor's engagement. In fact, during a New York Fashion Week event back in September, she brushed off a reporter's question about it with total grace. No drama, no shade, just poise. Later, in an interview with People, she opened up about the online hate she's faced over the past year. She said, "The opinions of others are only as big as you make them. So if I don't allow it to affect me, it simply won't." That's a powerful statement, and it says a lot about where she's at right now. She's moved past the noise, focused on her peace, and using her platform to express herself her way. So maybe her Halloween post wasn't about Travis at all. Maybe it was about reclaiming her power and celebrating the strong, confident woman she's become since that chapter closed. And honestly, Kayla's always had a flair for making a statement through her style. Last year, she channeled another R&B powerhouse, Ciara, for Halloween. She recreated Ciara's iconic Ride music video look, complete with a fur coat and swimsuit, captioning it with pure confidence, "Ciara, ah-ha-ha." It's like she's building a tradition, honoring powerful women in music who've defined eras and inspired confidence. But this year's Toni Braxton look, it hit differently, not just because of the resemblance or the song choice, but because it arrived right when the world couldn't stop talking about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. Whether intentional or not, her timing turned a simple costume post into a pop culture moment, and fans noticed. Some saw empowerment, Others saw shade, but everyone was talking. Now, whether Kayla meant it that way or not, the public's reaction says everything about how invested people are in the Swift-Kelce relationship. The internet thrives on speculation, and the second someone connected to a celebrity posts something even remotely symbolic, fans turn detective. But through all the chatter, Kayla's kept her composure. She hasn't thrown shade directly, hasn't engaged in any drama. Instead, she's turned her energy into self-expression, humor, and art. That's a move of strength, not bitterness. In her interviews, she's made it clear that she's focused on herself, her peace, her career, her happiness. And as she told people, the opinions of others are only as big as you make them. That line hits hard because it's exactly the kind of energy you need when your private life becomes public gossip. And really, you can't help but respect that mindset. Because let's be honest, it's not easy being in the public eye, especially after a high-profile breakup with someone who's now part of the world's biggest celebrity couple. Every move Kayla makes is under a microscope, every post analyzed for hidden meaning. Yet, instead of letting that pressure define her, she's rewritten her own narrative. Her Halloween post wasn't just about the costume. It was about confidence, power, and reminding everyone that she's her own main character. She's building her brand, growing her influence, and proving that success after heartbreak isn't just possible, it's powerful. In a culture obsessed with drama, she's choosing grace and self-assurance. And honestly, that's a comeback story worth watching. As the Halloween glitter fades and the internet moves to its next obsession, Kayla Nicole's message still lingers. Sometimes the best response is simply thriving. Whether fans interpret her Toni Braxton moment as shade or celebration, the truth is, she's owning her story her way. She's not defined by her past or her ex. She's defined by her confidence, her creativity, and her refusal to be boxed in by anyone else's narrative. From her work as a journalist to her growing social presence, she's showing what it means to turn public attention into empowerment. And maybe that's the real takeaway here. No matter how loud the noise gets, your strength shines brightest when you stay true to who you are. So love her or overanalyze her, one thing's for sure. Kayla Nicole just reminded everyone she's still very much part of the conversation.